Ladies, please stay in your marriages. Trust me, these streets are not where you want to be. I can assure you. You have no idea how many women I get who are single, who left their husbands, and really regretting it. And in the meantime, I'm getting a lot of women who are telling me that they want to leave their marriages. And for what reasons? Are their husbands beating them? No. Not providing? No. Not giving them enough sex? Sometimes. Some of them are. Don't find your husband attractive anymore? Yes, a lot of times. Feeling that he's not emotionally there and you're not getting your emotional needs set? Yes, that's another one. But none of that. In other words, a lot of these women have fallen for the whole feminist ideal of what a man should provide. And because they're not getting it, they want a divorce. They feel that they're missing out on the happiness of life. And it's really frustrating to see this. Now, yesterday, I did a video on a lady who has never found a man. She's 54-year-old and she's still trying to find a man. And you know what her excuse is? She hasn't found a man and she isn't settling. Now, if you haven't watched that video, I would strongly suggest you go and watch it. But this lady here, I'm going to show you, who's been married for over 20 years. She's now in her 50s and she's left her husband for no real reason. He's a good guy. Now, gentlemen, how many times have you heard this? Now, this video will wake you up, ladies. This video will show you one of the great dangers of thinking of today and not thinking about the future. So I'm going to review this video and then you will see, ladies, it's not worth leaving your relationship anywhere in your 40s or 50s. These streets are cruel. Life becomes a lot more cruel as you get older. Trust me, I know. So guys, before we get into it, come on, you know the drill. If you've been here before, just hit the thumbs up button. Please hit that old thumbs up button so the algorithm can know that I am spitting some facts that is worth other people seeing. Okay, of course, if you just want to ask me a question, go over to Instagram, send me a voice message, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you as quickly as I can. I usually answer around 15 to 20 messages per day by voice. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy connecting with my supporters. I really do. So guys, listen, let's have a chat, okay? But if you need a really long session, or you have a bigger issue for me to help you with, go over to askanolderman.com and book a session. Very inexpensive. Trust me, it's just as expensive as taking me out for coffee in the West and you paying for it. That's it. So let's listen to what this lady have to say as I pull up one of these stories. This is a video that I found on the old TikTok psychology department. And the reason I use that term, I just came up with that, by the way, okay? It's because there's so many women that literally put all of their emotional issues out on TikTok. It's bizarre, it's crazy, but it makes for good content, I can tell you that. But women share so much of their deep personal issues on TikTok. So let's listen to this lady because she's quite popular. And one thing I can tell you, she opens up. She really gets in depth about her feelings. So why not? Why not listen and learn from her? I'm hoping the younger generation of women will learn from her. And also all the ladies who are thinking that they could do better than their men that they already have in their 50s. This is for you. This is a warning for you. Okay? So let's get into it.
Hi. It seems like when I first moved out, I was so relieved to be out of the pain of it and the unhappiness that I was elated. And I didn't know that I would really miss him and miss my old life, and that when all of the pain kind of subsides and all the bad stuff drains away, all that's left are the memories of the good parts. I can't keep thinking about it, and
Oh, okay, all right. So, wow, she went straight into it. The video is called "I Miss Him." So let me get this straight. You miss the person that was apparently treating you so bad. I'm trying to wrap it around my head. You miss feeling bad. Now I know this. I know there's a psychological term for it, for people who actually miss the trauma because they've endured it for so long. But this woman is actually crying because she misses the man that was torturing her. You realize that don't really make a lot of sense, right? Ladies, you do understand that, right? And then she says, I miss all the good times. So obviously, this man wasn't abusive to her 24/7. So there must have been a reason why she was experiencing some bad times, because obviously there were some great times. And this is what ladies don't understand. Marriages are not good all the time. No relationship is good all the time. This is the problem with you ladies, is that you have been told that it should be great all the time. That is bullshit. That is the bullshit that you guys fell for. So now she's crying, she's left her man. She said it on her channel. I think they've been married over 20 years. So she's left her husband because she wasn't happy all the time. I swear to God, women are like kids, are like babies. I mean, I get a little irritated about this sort of crap because my wife is the same age. We've been married for almost 20 years now, right? But she has never ever mentioned that she wants out or she's considering a divorce. Never ever once, not even once. All right, let's proceed.
when I'm here alone, I miss him. I don't know if I'm just pathetic and sad or whether I may.
Yes, you're pathetic and sad. You're supposed to be a grown-ass woman, a freaking middle-aged woman that's been on this earth for more than half a century. Half a century. Yes, you are.
I made a mistake, but I miss him.
Yeah, you made a mistake. Now that was a little quick intro to this video because this was from a previous video that she did. We're going to fast forward a little further in this woman's life where she now realized that her husband has moved on or is moving on and how it affects her. And you will see, my friends, the mind of a selfish woman.
Okay, good evening, ladies. Okay, I'm just going to go for this and we'll see how it goes. So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault.
I love how women use the word traumatizing. In other words, just a normal emotional glitch in her programming, and she calls it traumatizing. We have minimized this word trauma to the point it don't mean anything. A bug lands on her shoulder. Oh, I was so traumatized. Oh, she stubbed her toe on the sidewalk. Oh, I was so traumatized. She broke a nail while washing dishes. Oh, I was so traumatized. This is where we're at, where the word trauma is used.
It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction, to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no, no, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not.
What? Let me repeat that. Let me rewind that a bit.
And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't.
Oh. Guys, ladies, if you think like this, please change your thinking. Please. For heaven's sake, please understand that if your thought process is anything like this, please have pity for her husband. Now, if I was in her situation, because I was separated at one point in my previous marriage, but I never spoke to my ex during our separation. And I can tell you guys, if I was married to her, I wouldn't tell her I had a girlfriend if I did have a girlfriend. Only because I know the crazy would come out. And if the crazy came out, then it's going to be a problem when it comes with, interacting with the kids, etc. Because I can tell you, once you have kids with a woman, you cannot separate yourself from her for life. She's going to be there. But the selfishness that I'm hearing here is insane. She now feels upset because the man has moved on, even though she's moved on. I have a boyfriend. She is having her fun. And this is where and I'm telling you, this is what women were told, is that, yes, you can divorce at 50. Go out and have your fun, girl. What is fun? Go out and ride some strange dick. That's it. So she got someone plowing her guts out. And the man is supposed to what? Stay and wait for her ass to get over her problems? To what? Come back to him with a beaten up panani? That is what she wants. That's all she's saying here. You know that, right? But I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's proceed. Okay?
Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was, because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me.
There we go. I want to leave. I want all the benefits of being like a single hoe, right? Because that's what life is all about. I should get the opportunity to have my cake and eat it as well. Do you guys understand what having your cake and eat it means and why it can't work? Because if you have the cake, if you're holding a cake and you eat it, you're no longer holding the cake. You get the point? It's like wanting to go in the pool without getting wet. It's like wanting to climb the mountains, but simultaneously swimming in the ocean. Women want it all, and they have been told that they can have it all. So now, she wants all the comfort of the ex-husband's duties and responsibilities and protection and security. She wants all of that while having the comfort of entertaining other men as well. But he's not allowed to have anybody else. That's what she's saying. The absolute definition of selfishness and delusion. Let's proceed.
He invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes. He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not.
This is a man of means. A boat isn't cheap, my friends. Okay? This is obviously not a rowing boat. So obviously, this is a big enough boat that you can take the bloody family on. But the fact that this man is trying with the woman, inviting her out, he obviously still loves her. He obviously didn't leave her. She left him. This man is still trying to keep his family together, trying to keep the kids and the wife together. But she, my friends, have fallen for the feminist BS, and she wants everything. She wants him to be hers, hers alone, and she wants to go out and have her fun. Wow.
I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something, and I don't. But then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting and texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a...
She went and checked his phone. She checked his phone. She left him. She wants out, but she can't bear the fact that there's a possibility of him having another woman. He's not cheating. Remember that. It's no right for her to go and check his phone. It's my fault. In other words, I went looking to see if he had another woman.
Relationship, but they're totally involved in saying I love you and blah, blah, blah. And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the fucking rails. It was terrible. And I was physically ill. And there's a link. They did a study at Johns Hopkins. It's called stress cardiomyopathy, which happens, and it's also called broken heart syndrome, and nobody really takes offense to that because it's what it is. And there's also studies of people that die 88 minutes apart, like the couple in Pennsylvania in 2012. They'd been together their whole lives, 57 years or something, and they died 88 minutes apart because they just couldn't live without the other person. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one.
For him to be in a relationship that he's in one. Wow. Oh, God. Yes, this is a thing actually, guys. Couples who've been together for so long, they're literally joined at the hip, so to speak. I mean, this occurs because of stress, right? The thought of being apart from the other person puts a tremendous amount of stress on the heart. And if the person has a weak heart, it could trigger heart attacks and a whole other host of problems. And usually couples die minutes, hours, sometimes days apart because of this. That's when you have bonded with your partner. But why would she want to leave a man that she's bonded with at that level? That's the crazy part that any logical thinking person can never understand. And I'm trying to get something from this woman on why you would leave your husband.
You can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead because it was so shitty of him not to tell me.
Wow. I listened to this just briefly before. I never heard that statement. I want you to think about how selfish a human being could be when you would prefer that person to die rather than them be happy with someone else, even though you are the cause of their unhappiness. I want you to think about how selfish, almost to the point of insane, somebody like this sounds. When you break it down, do you have any pity for this woman? I'm dead serious. The more I listen to her, I am sorry for the husband. I really am. I'm sorry that he had to live with this woman for 30 years, 40 years, whatever they've been together for. Wow.
And take me out there so that I'm trapped on a boat with him and his girlfriend on the phone. And then I find out she's at his house and it's like everything in that house is mine, like that we got when we were married. And that she's been sleeping there. I had no idea. None. And I just feel like that was a bad way for me to find out. I wish I'd had more gradual way to get to it because I felt humiliated, embarrassed, stupid, old, ugly, because I think she's like 30 and like typical.
And ladies, understand one thing. If you're 50 and you came up with your man and you're both 50, he will love you. But I can tell you one thing. When a man's going to start over with a new woman, he's not going back to a 50-year-old woman. That's not how this shit works. No man at that age is going to find a woman at that age. Let me clarify that. If that man is successful enough to buy a boat, if that man is fit in his purpose, that man can easily pull late 20s, early 30s, maybe mid 30s, might push it to about 38-year-old. That is the pool of women he's going to be able to attract. You think he would go back for a 50-year-old woman? Hell no. I told my wife this once, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I'll tell you guys here. I said to my wife, if I met you today anywhere, I would not marry you. I would not even find you attractive. And she was, quite taken back. Really? I said, no, hell no. I said, when I met you 20 years ago, you were a completely different person. We have came up. We have been through thick and thin. That is what's made me love you more and more. It is no longer your looks, because your looks at 53, not even close to what you looked like 20 years ago. Of course, she's a bit taken back, but she got it because she understands reality. That's why we get along so well. She understands reality. I'm not trying to be an a-hole. You have to understand, attraction is not a choice. Attraction is not a choice. If that was the case, we wouldn't like what we like. We could just say we decide not to like it. Think about saying this to yourself. I'm going to decide not to like something. You can discipline yourself to not take it. I'll just give you an example. I want you guys, all you straight guys right now, make a decision to be gay. Yeah, you're just cringed. You just shut down. You cannot make a decision to like a man, even if you wanted to. Now, you might go through the physical act of having sex with a man, but you wouldn't like it. It's not what you desire. You can't become gay. You're either gay or you're not. Let me reverse it. Why did you decide to be straight? You didn't make that choice. That choice was given to you, right? Why would a pedophile choose to become a pedophile? You don't make those choices. Not when you know you will get killed for that in society. That's just who you are. You can suppress it, but you cannot decide that that's not what you like. I hope you get my point. So this woman decides to leave her husband and then feel bad that he's moving on. Let's proceed.
And I honestly, I've been in shock for 4 days. And he's like, well, get over it. You do it. And it's like, you have no, what? This is traumatizing. And I just acted so badly and did all the things you're not supposed to do. And I have blocked him. And I'm not, he's like, let's be friends. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking friends with you. Not now.
Oh God, I left my husband. He gets another woman. I am upset because he's moving on. Okay? I don't know. The more I listen to females and the way they think, it just shows me how far apart we are in genders. We're so far apart when it comes to emotion and logic. I honestly feel that this woman is going through menopause because this is not a rational mind, not even remotely close. She's probably either going through post-menopause or pre-menopause where everything is out of whack because this cannot be a normal individual. Cannot be. Ladies, let me know what you think. I'm trying to give her some excuse for this behavior. I just can't make it settle that this is a normal person. So, ladies, I want you to tell me, please just tell me that this isn't normal, just so I can feel good about humanity again, okay?
Not now. Not right now. And then I find out, I'm like, did she come here with you when you were looking at this boat? No, 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 no. Well, of course she was there. For 3 weeks he paid,
Gentlemen, would you say yes to this madness? This sounds like a woman that would burn down the boat in the middle of the night. I'm gonna say no. No, no, honey, she's never been here. Never. Never. I would say no. Gentlemen, you better say no. Because this man knows he's not dealing with a person with a full deck. Deny? Yes. Because the truth for this woman is her nightmare, is her trauma.
spent like 20 grand there, at least, when he couldn't give me any spousal support. Which, talk about red flags. Like, these were from the minute I met him. And I just loved him so much and didn't think anything. Like, I can't see my relationship from the outside. Anybody else can see it and say to me, are you crazy? You've been on this horrific, traumatic roller coaster since you met the guy. Everything's a crisis. Everything's a financial shenanigan. Everything's a trauma. It's turned into this cycle of trauma over and over and over and over. And both of us get this huge dopamine rush from the trauma.
No. I can tell you, the man don't get a dopamine rush from this trauma. Men want peace. Peace. P-E-A-C-E. Peace. Men don't get dopamine from trauma. He gets stress. He gets ulcers. He lives shorter lifespan. But both get dopamine rush. No, my dear. Don't put that on the man. You put him through hell with this kind of attitude. That just ticked me off. Oh, it's not my fault. We both get dopamine rush from this trauma. No, men do not get dopamine rush from freaking arguing with a woman. Hell no. That's not dopamine.
And then we go back for more. And he doesn't know how to live without the trauma because he does it all the time.
No. You can't live without the trauma. Because that's what makes your little life exciting. That's why women watch dramas on television. That's why they watch soap operas. That's why they constantly need this feeling of excitement. Men just want to sit, relax, go fishing, have a drink with the boys, talk sports, chill. He don't want trauma. He don't want excitement. Not from a woman. Hell no. This is where this woman just don't get it. And ladies, never ever think a man wants trauma in a relationship. He wants to come home after busting his ass because it's obvious that this man makes money. After that day is over of slaying the dragon and fighting all the men for more so that he could please this, he wants peace. But he got to come home to a nightmare. That's the problem we see here. That's obvious right here, guys. You tell me I'm wrong.
Everything. And I'm just, I think he likes her. I don't know, but it's somebody for him right now, and I'm glad that he has someone. I'm not trying to take that from him. And he's not a bad man, but it was a bad thing for me. And I'm coming out of it now.
Oh, there it is.
But,
there it is, right there. I don't want to take it from him. Yes, you do. And there's the kicker. He's not a bad man. So why the hell would you freaking leave him if he's not a bad man? At the beginning of this video, you're talking about the trauma. But he's not a bad man. Tell me how those two things make sense. Wow, there it is. Glad it came out eventually. And we always say that the manosphere. Let them talk long enough and they will tell on themselves. He is not a bad man. Why the hell did you leave him? So for all you ladies who initially was thinking, because I know you were thinking this, oh, he must have did something really bad to this poor woman. There it is. He's not a bad man.
It's like it brought everything to the front. Like, all the memories and everything that he used to do for me, he's now doing for someone else. And this is fine. It's normal, but it's not normal. But I think...
You hear that? All the things he used to do for me. This poor man freaking did everything for her. Now it's killing her that he's doing it for someone else. Make that make sense. And she left that. That's why I'm trying to give her an out. I'm trying to give her some point at which I can make her feel like a normal person. But the more she speaks, the more I realize that this is a freaking nightmare. I feel so sorry for that man. I seriously do.
I hadn't really faced that yet, or thought that he would, because I'm ridiculous, but, we always put things aside, don't we? I don't know if anybody will even watch this. It's so long. It's probably really boring too, but I'm going to post it because I had to get it off my chest. Yeah. So these things come up in our divorces, ladies, that you have no way to protect yourself from except to keep your distance. Don't think that you can just stay and be their friend and then it's not going to hurt or you're not going to feel terrible. Even if you have a relationship, it's like the weirdest thing. You've been connected like neurally for so long that it's like a huge death. Anyway, I'm doing okay, but I wish I didn't have to go through this.
When you've been together for that long, you do not ever think about leaving your spouse. This, my friends, this, ladies, is what you go through. And this doesn't stop. This doesn't stop in a week, doesn't stop in a year. Doesn't matter how many dicks you have ridden for that month or for that year. That 30 years, that 20, 30 years with that one person, you are permanently linked. Every single thing that you do in life, you're going to relate it back to him, that man. You have alpha widowed yourself. That man that you gave your womb to, that man that you gave the majority of your life to, that man that you connected with on every single fiber, you have literally grown the roots deep into this man. And even if you pull the top of it off and leave, those roots are still buried deep in this man. You cannot escape. Especially if it was a good man. If the guy was literally whipping her ass all her life and she escaped that, that'd be different. If she had to provide everything in her life while she was in the marriage, that would be different. If the man provided nothing at all, that would be different. You could leave. You could go because you don't see any benefit in the marriage at all. But this is a woman, like many women in this age group, who've been told that, yeah, you have done your job, you've had the kids, you've done the marriage from the time you were young. Now you can go out and enjoy yourself. What the hell does that mean? Enjoy yourself how? Ride a few dicks with another divorced guy who don't want to get married again because he's been screwed over with a woman exactly like you? No, he's not going to do that because he sees his ex-wife in you. Some different pea, some different cat, yes, but that's about it. He's not going to take care of you. He's not going to spend his retirement money on you, plus pay his ex-wife child support and freaking alimony. Hell no. So now what do? You end up with some younger dude pounding your guts out, paying him. He's sleeping over whenever he feels like. He's borrowing your car. He's just mooching off of you whenever. 3 years of that, he disappears. He has 2 other women that he's doing the same thing to. Oh, you catch some freaking sexual transmitted disease. Ooh, what a great life. How exciting. That's what I left my husband for. At nights, what do? Lying on my own, fetal position, freaking bawling my eyes out. That's the reality of leaving your marriage. So guys, listen, I found this one absolutely bizarre. I had to review it. This lady has been making the rounds over in TikTok, and I thought it was a perfect example to try to explain to the ladies. Now that I have more and more ladies over here joining us on this channel, I'm hoping that we can all share ideas, get together, and get on the same page so that women can understand how men think. Okay, so listen, hit the old thumbs up button if you've reached this far in the video with me, so the algorithm can do its thing, huh? And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. And always remember, whenever in doubt, ask an older man. Cheers.